Hey, guys.
Hey, Ryan.
We're back.
What's going on? We are back.
It's that time of year again.
And we are in it.
We are. Of course,
It's about
the Rut and River Pursuit podcast coming at you. Your home of all things epic.
Morning.
Will's got the pecan flowing.
I do. Thank you, Moses family, for hooking me up.
I'll tell you what, between the coffee and the jerky, I
Yeah.
believe we're going to be running on the little Moses family all week.
I'm
Going to need some help, right?
I don't know how we did it without it.
What are we doing today?
Yeah, that's the big kicker, isn't it?
Yeah, you're saying all week. What is this?
It's the opener.
We are here for the first day
First day?
of the Great American Outdoors Show.
Presented to you by the NRA
Yes, sir.
in our backyard, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
always blessed for that.
That's true.
I'm looking around, and I don't know if we're picking up any of the ambient noise just yet.
It's getting there, huh?
It's starting to
There's a buzz.
to pop off a little bit.
About 10 minutes of
Yeah.
official opening. Here we
Now
go.
we've got some announcements coming through already. Everybody's amped up.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most there, Will?
I got to do a hot lap yesterday. I picked up the.
Ooh, a little sneak peek.
Yeah. You know, I did. It looks a lot of what we saw last year. Only everything's brand new and fancy,
Shiny.
And so I'm looking forward to it. There's some things that we picked up over. We upped our game in over the last year, which is cutlery.
Okay.
And as I'm walking through a little bit, I was looking through some of the cutlery, and I think I'm gonna up the ante and get some like cooking knives.
It's
Nice.
good year for it.
It's
Time to do it.
Yep.
In anticipation of having to carve up some more fresh game, is that what the plan is?
I mean, I do what I can. I can't promise anything, but I always try.
It's better to be optimistic and prepared.
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Deaky? What are you looking forward to?
I always love talking to the different outfitters.
Yeah.
This is the place. If you're shopping for a guided hunt fishing trip, this is the place to do it. You can see them all from all over the world. I was walking through and, South Africa, Alaska, just around the globe from one end to the other. So
They're all here.
Make
definitely.
sure you get the buy one get seven free.
Oh yeah. I got to talk
trips, 'cause,
that in. Yeah.
Also-
We're going with you.
Yeah.
Even if you have no plans to go, stop by anyone from New Zealand.
And just talk to them.
Just talk to them. Oh, right. Okay, get out of here. It's so great.
They've come a long way to be here. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people from all over the world here. It's just, even though it's
Africa.
our backyard, some of these outfitters have traveled a long, long way. And, honestly, if you come that far to talk to people, they're amped up to tell you anything you want to know.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
they're not going to hold anything back coming this far. It's really cool to hear their stories.
And this is the premier event for these guys to get out in front of the public, too. Over 200,000 people are expected to come through these doors this week, I think I read. NRA is bringing it to town. They always
Pull out
do.
all the stops.
And I'm excited to see what they have next, guys. And it's great to be back behind the mic for a while. I miss you guys when we're all
Miss you,
together.
Bucky.
Bucky's been
Yeah.
It's one of the best parts of the show, right? It's
So,
getting everybody together.
I've been really. It was tough sleeping last night. It was like Christmas and a kid.
For
I really.
hunters and fishermen.
Yeah.
It's a long week of Christmas. Whenever you come,
8
There
crazy
it was.
days.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're blessed.
Yeah, you alluded to this, Bucky, and I know I talked about it when we spoke with the media relations manager, Christina Palladо, from the NRA just a couple weeks ago. I made sure to thank her.
Yes.
And of course, pass along my thanks to the NRA because, again, and I just want to reinforce the idea, it wasn't that long ago there was a chance this show might not happen anymore.
Yeah.
NRA stepped up and stepped in, and, man, it's come a long way.
It
even
just
from
keeps
what it was
getting
when we were
bigger and
kids.
better. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this thing is
You're like, how do
it's
they
awesome.
do it? Next thing you know, they're going to bump out the other side of the road, put in a roller coaster. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
heard
a skywalk back and
little
forth.
Skywalk.
Yeah.
2020 Great American Outdoor Show roller coaster. Let's get that.
Skywalker.
Let's get that rolling.
you say it, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was like to be a kid and, stare at that bike you wanted, at the store? And It was the coolest BMX, Haro, Mongoose, whatever it was back in the day.
You liked Haro.
I was a Haro guy, yeah.
As long as it had
freestyle guy.
As long as it had the cool pegs on the back so that your friend could stand behind you on the pegs.
I think I had a Spalding. That's what we could afford.
The little kid in me comes out.
But it had the mag wheels.
Spalding?
It did. We had the mag wheel. The little kid comes out in me every time that we go to the Boaters Hall here with all the brand new boats. And I think, honestly, every time I take a break, I go over there and lean against one of those boats and just dream about all the fishing trips we could be on some of these new boats. They just keep getting cooler.
Rockproof's here this year.
I want to get a picture of Bucky behind the wheel, wind in his hair, beard flapping.
Yeah.
If we got to go buy a fan to make it happen.
Did you bring the fan?
Yeah. I have a leaf blower, so it really looks like it's going fast.
Nice.
Stevie's just going to wave the attaché really fast.
He always takes care of us.
We do. We got Stevie's with us, of course. And we got Kyle over there manning the other camera.
It's full crew.
Yep.
Everybody is amped up and ready to roll.
We got some friends of the R2 Pursuits will be joining us at different points during the week, so I'm looking forward to reconnecting with everybody like that. Man, this is our time.
We usually say that's one of our favorite parts, if not our favorite part, is seeing our friends all the time.
Yeah.
That come in from out of town.
We're working, but get a hold of us, DM us, let us know that you're here. Can't wait to say hi and see everybody.
Absolutely.
And if we haven't met, get a hold of us. It's always exciting. We meet new friends every year here, lasting friends, and that's part of the excitement as well. Where's that next friend around the corner, or
when
over the next mountain or stream?
Think about the friendships that we made just last year that started here.
Yeah.
Speaking of new friendships, can we mention Tuesday?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Mention
a good time
away.
to do that.
Why don't you mention Tuesday for me?
The Sportsman's Night Out.
It's only because I get the name of the place wrong and I don't want to hack it up.
It's Joe
And I don't mean
K's.
like hack it up, but it's
That's a good place to do that.
I was gonna say.
But yeah,
So
Tuesday night we'll have the Sportsman's Night Out at Joe K's Brew House.
Yeah.
And it's located just off Union Deposit Road. Look it up. It's basically, I think if you just Google "sweet place to throw axes," it comes right up. It's like the top
They have
Google
Axe
hit.
Generation that's set up inside of Joe K's Brew House, and so you get to throw the axes, and it's a wonderful time.
Will baptized me into that, and I tell you what, it's harder than you think it is when you first step in.
Yeah.
Will was
I can
like
imagine.
10, 10, 10, and my axes were flying all over the place. I went, "What are you doing?"
It's because I did it the night before, but
Cheater.
I won't be able to say that. I haven't been throwing axes in a little while. And I'll tell you the other thing, and you wouldn't realize it, and is that fatigue is a big factor.
I was sore the next day.
After like the first 5 axes, then you start really getting stupid.
You would never think it either.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great night of watching Uncle Buck throw sharp things then, huh?
It is.
It is.
I would say.
It's the only time of the year I think I'm going to break out the slow-mo. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
I better put on the Kevlar. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah,
Are we
they're
kicking off?
No, they're getting ready to pop those doors open.
Sounds like
but
the starting gate.
before
Is this a
I
call
was
to
just going to
post?
say
if you will?
before we wrap up our little opening segment here, I do want to make sure that I reinforce these ideas that we're doing something new too this year, right?
What's that?
We're going to be having more of a video element with the show, so there's going to be more things to watch out for. And if you follow us on Instagram and you follow us on Facebook and you follow us on YouTube, you're going to see new, fresh content showing up all over the place. So just keep your eyes open, because this week it's going to be coming flying at you from every direction. So, Deaky,
Yeah, bud.
you ready to get this thing going?
I'm ready. Let's kick it.
Do it.
Get you some.
So here we are, Bucky.
First interview
It had to start this way, didn't it?
only.
We are at
No other way.
the Better the Hunt booth with Mr. Randy Stoppenhagen. Randy, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, it's good to see both of you. Welcome to my booth, and welcome to the 2019 Great American Outdoor Show.
Thank you for bettering the show, Randy.
Oh,
I
you know how to
appreciate
butter
that.
up a guy, don't you?
Oh, you know
Man.
it, brother. Especially
Man.
you. I know all your soft spots.
What?
So, Randy, the thing was, we're sitting in the press office, getting ready to start the day. Everybody's formulating their plans. We get to stand there while they sing the national anthem, and everybody's starting to feel it, and it's amping up. And I looked at Bucky and I said, there's only one place we need to go to start this thing off.
That means a lot to me. It really does. And I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate what you stand for, and the fact that you come here and take your time to talk to guys like me and help promote my product and promote this show. I mean, what more could guys like me ask for that are here trying to work the show, talking to the customer? So
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no trouble here trying to stand behind these products, because what you are offering is pretty awesome. And for those folks who have been hiding under some rocks trying to stay warm, you got some new things going on here.
yeah, we do. The bow,
Exciting new things.
Yeah.
well, the bow mitt came out about 2.5 years ago. And a lot of people were like, well, you took care of my bow hand, but what about my release hand? So we actually came out with the trigger mitt. And the trigger mitt either goes around your wrist release, or if you shoot a thumb release, it goes around the cuff of your coat,
Okay.
and your hand rotates in and out real easy. That way you can sit there with no gloves, your hands are protected from the elements, but when the moment of truth comes, you're shooting your bow with the same palm that you've always shot during the summer, and you're shooting with the same bare hand with the trigger.
Yeah.
And then you just rotate your hand back in. And then also we came out with a rifle mitt that fits on the front of the rifle, and you can complement it with the trigger mitt on the back.
Yep.
Same thing, no more gloves. You're shooting with the same bare hands that you practiced shooting your rifle with during the summer, the same bare hands when the moment of truth comes. And then we made a shotgun mitt.
Yeah, you took it to the next level there.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
That shotgun mitt will fit on a pump, semi, auto, over, under, side by side. It'll fit any shotgun.
And it's more than a mitt. It's a gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
It goes up to your through to your forearm.
Right.
It's going to keep you quite warm.
Yep.
Oh, especially on those cold, wet, duck blind mornings.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I advise anybody to go to betterthehunt.com, check out what they look like. But while you're listening now, let me just try to describe this. One concern might be, is it going to hinder my sights at all? So if I'm shooting a scope, or if I have iron sights even on any kind of rifle, but the fact that you have a shotgun mitt, in and of itself, it tells you you're going to be dealing with iron sights, and there is no hampering at all.
No.
The way these things are mounted.
The difference between the shotgun mitt and the rifle mitt is the shotgun mitt has a piece of spandex and it rides underneath the barrel. Or on an over, under, or side by side, that spandex is laying so tight against the rail that you don't even see it. Whereas with a rifle, it's got a piece of EVA molded foam on the top that has Better the Hunt stamped in it, so it sits right down along the barrel and stays underneath your scope.
It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Keeps
Yep,
everything
and it
out
works
of the
on
way.
a pump action gun is the other thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's functional. Quite.
Yeah, in fact, take that off there. Just lift it right off. And then go ahead and put your hand in there. And there's no firing pin, so go ahead and rack it. Now pull the trigger. Now there's a lot of geese. Pump it and shoot, pump it and shoot.
Man,
There you go.
No worries at all. With
No.
your gauntlet on, Bucky.
by Merlin's beard, that is smooth, guys. That is smooth.
There it was. Oh, I love it. I love it. And Randy, as I did say earlier, I was glad to see you had some of the apparel out here. So
Yep, yeah, we got some T-shirts. Says betterthehunt.com on the front, and we got some nice hats. And we also have some bow holders this year. Racks.
okay.
They're a company that makes bow holders. I've got some Better the Hunt single and double bow holders. Just something to sell to
Yeah,
people.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Well, like I said, Randy, we had to start here. We had to come in, say hello to you. So appreciate the time.
Yep.
We'll let you get back to the show. Make sure you have a good show then, bud.
I will. It's filling up fast. It looks like it's
Yeah,
going to be a
yeah.
busy week.
A record day, maybe.
I know. That would be awesome. Well,
Always.
thanks, guys.
Always. Thank
It's
you,
a
Randy.
pleasure.
Thanks for helping us kick this
It's
show
a
off
pleasure.
the only way we can.
Yep, I
with
appreciate you
bud.
guys. Thank you very much.
Take care, buddy.
All right.
And we are back in the archery hall, Ryan.
Yes, we are.
We found our way down here to the Arcus hunting booth. It's labeled as the Obsession bows, but there's so much here than bows.
I can't get over it.
I can't either. Let's introduce Lucas Mashter from Arcus Hunting. Lucas, tell us what can people find coming to this booth here today? or this week actually.
Yeah.
We're kicking it off. I'm sorry.
Well, Phil, I guess to jump start it, so Arcus Hunting is the parent company of Tinks, Dead Downwind, Obsession Bows, Trophy Taker, Ramcat Broadheads, and also Rack One. So
Wow.
You can really line out your hunting
Start to finish,
You
man.
can fill a shopping
Exactly.
cart here.
Exactly. So it's basically, our brands are all geared around whitetail. So it's the brands geared for deer, essentially. So you've got Dead Downwind for your scent elimination. You've got Tinks for your
The attractants.
bring them in.
Yeah.
Your charm they might say.
There you go.
Also, you got Obsession Bows. We've got a brand new lineup from Obsession for this year here, available to you to shoot. We're also giving a bow giveaway.
I see
of an
that
HP.
sitting here. There's a nice
That
bow
is-
package.
yeah,
That's
sweet
for
setup.
a giveaway, huh?
Yep. So all you got to do is come by, drop a business card, and you'll be entered to win. You don't even have to be here to win it. So
Okay.
it's kind of neat. We also have Ramcat Broadheads. We have a killer video showing all the footage that our ambassadors have thrown together for us over the years.
Ooh, I see that antelope spraying.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
And they
That Ramcat did what it needed to do, bud.
they mean business. But come check out Ramcat. Check out our team. Great guys to talk to. We knocked the price way down on a lot of products just to accommodate this show. We know this is the biggest sportsman show of the year, so want to accommodate you guys.
There's a reason they call it the Great American Outdoor Show. It is pretty great.
When you
So,
start
yeah.
the day with the national anthem, it's a
Oh,
good way to
Yeah,
start.
And that'll be every
You're
day.
exactly right. There's no better way to start a day.
Can't
with
beat
a
it.
little bit of America.
Absolutely. And then everybody loves apparel. So we actually introduced new for this year apparel lines for all the brands.
Okay.
So hats, sweatshirts, T-shirts, give it a different look. We know guys love to wear what they represent, especially when they're going out in the woods.
Yep.
So why not rep it when you're going to the grocery store and on that date with your wife and everywhere else?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. More and more people nowadays are just embracing the lifestyle, and they're living it 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've got my own personal gear that stays in little scent storage containers and stuff. I've got archery clothes that have never seen the light of day unless I was actually in a stand. I'm not going to wear that stuff out on my dates or to the supermarket,
Nope.
you know, especially if I'm going to be trying to fill up my truck at the gas station. It just doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
So now I can still let people know I use the Obsession bows, or I'm spraying down with my Dead Downwind. So
Things that you believe in.
Great
absolutely.
idea.
Everything
I love
you
it.
believe in. Plus, we love seeing our logos walk around places. I mean,
It's
we love
always
it.
nice, isn't it?
It's a conversation piece for that.
I mean, the marketing idea behind some of these things is amazing, and when the people, they put their passions into these logos, and you can just see it. So yeah,
it's a lot of fun. We had one that stands out from mine the most would be Obsession Bows for this year. We did a whole new strategy because we're not trying to follow the leader. Essentially, we want to stand out from the pack. So full custom options on our lineup. You'll see patterns you've never seen on other bows before. It's a lot of fun, but basically our concept was be a wolf, stand out from the crowd, don't be a sheep amongst men. It's the same mentality, but it's a lot of fun.
very, very cool. Can you tell us real quick, does Trophy Taker have anything new in the lineup?
Trophy
for
Taker
2019?
does, man. Trophy Taker, actually, we introduced our first ever lockup fall-away rest.
Is that right?
So it's backed with a lifetime warranty, just like all the Trophy Taker products in the lineup. But basically, it just activates now. So it's perfect for that spot and stock hunt, stand hunt, any hunting application that you could possibly be in. So that is very new for the lineup. But I'll let you.
Now, is it inertia driven?
It's limb driven.
It's limb driven.
Limb driven. So automatically it's falling. You have less resistant. So really, it's the limb driven advantage.
I love it.
I mean, if the felt ever falls off on that thing, if the cord ever breaks, if anything, any part on that product falls apart, if we can't fix it, we'll send you a brand new one. So it's too easy.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too technical in with some of the archery stuff, but for you guys that are listening, if you haven't checked out, obviously drop away rest. I've talked about that on a podcast before, what the benefits are there. I'm a firm believer in a drop away rest. But if you've never really looked into a limb-driven system versus something that you're tying into the cables to cause that thing to drop away, or some of the other drop-away companies that are out there use that inertia-driven system, so you can set it in the up position, and then it's the inertia from the shot that will actually make it drop. When you use a limb-driven system, there is zero chance of failure.
Yep.
Nothing can go wrong. It will always go down, and it goes down at the appropriate speed because your limbs will drive it.
Yep.
So
it's all based off of limb deflection. That's all it is.
Huh.
Very neat. But
Looks like
we'll have to get you guys out of.
looks like Ryan might be doing some upgrades again this year. I appreciate that.
Stacy will never let you out of the house, Ryan.
Well, she barely does.
We also introduced the micro click version of that as well, which just has micro adjustments for your windage and elevation blocks.
Excellent.
Which is huge.
Very
then
cool.
the only other thing we brought to the show this year was the shrink fletch, because last year we acquired half the patent for the shrink fletch technology. So we actually incorporated our own custom trophy taker shrink fletches. So we have this available in like eight or 9 different color options.
Okay.
Different color vanes, different color tubes. So it's perfect for, a lot of folks like helicals, but if you're in the backwoods, obviously like you're invested. So if, say, accidents happen, you could lose a fletch on an arrow, clean it off by the fire, dip it in your boiling water, your jet boil, whatever, and you have an arrow that will do just as much damage as the one before.
I've used some of the shrink tubes just as like a basic crest wrap idea, but now that they're starting to put the vanes right on them, it simplifies the process. You can't go wrong. Now, do you have those, or let me ask this question this way: those shrink tubes, do you have them specific to different diameters of arrow shafts?
Yes. They are very. They will fit on just about everything. They work from micro diameter all the way up to crossbow, so
it'll just shrink around it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, the way that they do the separation is just made for those arrows. But there's a lot of versatility in that product, which is nice.
Yeah. So if you're using old school wraps and the decals like I do, you really have to make sure you're buying the right one for your diameter arrow shaft, or you're going to have a gap in it, or it'll lay over top of itself, and it gives you actually a little bit of a little too thick in one spot when you're trying to put your vanes on then. So yeah, those shrink wraps are pretty sweet.
And crest, a lot of folks, you'd be surprised, a lot of folks, there's all those YouTube channels out there saying how to fletch your arrows, how to do this, how to do that. But, when you go to a pro shop, they're doing almost the same exact thing, but that takes you like 3 seconds, and it kind of saves you at the end of the day too.
Yeah, and like you said, the versatility, if you're in the back country and you're already back there, that's a great alternative to do a quick fix.
Oh, absolutely.
That is prime there. Lucas, for our listeners that can't make it down to the show this week, or might be listening to this podcast at a later date, how can they find Arcus hunting products and all these things that we've talked about today if they wanted to go online and find you guys?
So head over to our website, www.arcushunting.com. It'll give you click-off links to each individual brand site that you might be interested in. We've got our full catalog options on every website, so go on there, check us out. We've got apparel on there. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We've got designated pages for each brand that we discussed. Okay. And give us a follow and like. We'll do some giveaways here and there throughout the year. We'll give tips, educational tips on how to use scent best during the certain types of years, innovative ways to use dead down wind. So we'll throw a lot at you, but definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to talk.
Make sure you visit those Instagram pages and those Facebook pages and share the pictures. So if you take down that animal of a lifetime, either with your obsession bow or with your ram cats, share it out there, because
or if you're using dead downwind, even if you're a mom trying to keep
show us a picture of those stinky soccer shoes.
Exactly.
That's good stuff.
We like off the wall ideas. Nobody should want to be the same and follow the crowd. So
I love it.
Reach out, send us messages, send us questions, anything you got.
Hey, all right, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas.
Appreciate the time. Make sure you have a good show. Enjoy.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
Hey guys, we are still here hanging out in the archery hall, first day Great American Outdoors Show. And what we've done now is we've decided to stop over here with the United Bowhunters of Pennsylvania. I'm with the office manager, Patrick Schild. Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Hanging in there, man. Show's just getting kicked off, so we got a long couple days ahead of us, but excited.
Yes.
We're excited. Could you tell all of our listeners give us a quick background on United Bowhunters of Pennsylvania?
Sure. We were formed almost 35 years ago by a group of bow hunters, obviously, and we are a political organization. We fight for your rights as a bow hunter with the Game Commission, and we've become a pretty respected organization. So when the Game Commission has things that they're trying to propose, they actually come and ask our membership what our intake would take on this particular subject. So we have done a lot of things for you over the years, from One time there's a 4-week bow season. Now it's a 6-week. We have a 4-day archery bear season now that we never had before. We've gradually just added more every year. Our big fight right now, obviously, is Sunday hunting. And then along with all the other proposals that the Game Commission is currently going through after their meeting this last weekend. So we are all political. We're all based off a membership. And that's what we do here at the show. Is we're trying to get our members. They come renew. They come talk to us, give us their input.
Okay.
As well as trying to recruit new members.
So and I see that you got the laptops out on the table here. So you guys are actively trying to get members to sign up and join, and that's really the big thing. Like, you hear a lot about the different conservation groups and stuff that are out there, and a lot of those are national programs, right? You got Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, National Wild Turkey Federation. There are national organizations that are focused on archery, but this is also another way to really help keep that focus local and make sure that you guys are getting the job, helping us to get the job done.
And you focus your membership dollars locally to actively work for you in your backyard.
Yeah, we are strictly Pennsylvania. Each state, most states have their own organization like ours, but we are strictly for Pennsylvania. And it's really a matter of strength in numbers, because anytime somebody calls us and says, hey, we want to get your input, the second question is, how many members do you currently have? Because it's strength in numbers. They want to know how many people are actually backing what we're saying. So
besides the obvious reasons to join the organization, what are some of the other benefits that you guys have that you can offer for your members?
We also do some fun things. I mean, we have 2 golf shoots that are coming up, both one in Montgomery County and one in Lancaster County, where you actually take a bow out onto a golf course with a blunt tip, shoot it down range.
Nice.
Put a target on the green, and you can shoot, and you count up your strokes just like you would do golf. So we do some fun things like that. We have a camp out every year. In August, we do a 5C doe hunt where we help farmers out. We have about 30 farms that they open up to our members, and we go out and we help try to do some crop damage relief. We have a banquet coming up at the end of February. That's open to the public. And that's another fundraising event that we do. And it's also a fun time, full buffet, and a lot of giveaways and things like that. So we do fun things as well, and it's all ideally, we're mainly here to try to promote what we all love to do, is get out in the woods and hunt.
If people can't make it down here and to get down to your booth, how can they get a hold of you guys? How can they participate? How can they find you?
Yeah, so www.ubofpa.org is our website, and they can do anything there. They can register for banquets, for the golf shoots, look at our information about membership. There's our whole history's on there. You can buy merchandise. My phone number and contact information is on there at any time, so they can call me and I can answer any questions that they have.
Very, very cool. I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a new license plate, so I'm going to have to re-up my membership, because I haven't had that since I used to roll that Jeep around, Bucky.
Oh.
Anyway, appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And again, you need to be part of these groups. For everybody that's listening, make sure that you can help pass that tradition along. We talk about it all the time with the kids, getting them involved. But if it isn't for groups like this that are helping keep our best interests at the head of the table, we wouldn't have them.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have them.
We need to stick together and stay together.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers is the key. Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Patrick.
Thank you.
Have a
Patrick.
great show, bud.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
All right, guys. We are still here down in the Archery Hall, Great American Outdoor Show Day 1. And we decided to stop in here at the Wasp booth. We're talking with Fred Dougherty. Fred, how are you today, bud?
I'm doing awesome. How are you guys doing?
Good. Bucky, we're still
fresh.
holding up.
We're fresh still.
We are fresh still.
It is fresh.
It's going to sound a lot different next Saturday.
Give it 9 more days and see how fresh you feel.
Yep. We'll all be catching colds and dragging by then.
So, Fred, obviously, everybody who knows anything about archery is familiar with the name Wasp. You guys have been around forever. Great broadheads. The products are amazing. Can you give us a little bit of background, some history on Wasp?
Sure. Wasp was one of the first and original broadhead companies in the country. And I'm going back in the 70s when there was only a few broadheads on the market that you could buy. Now there's been an explosion in the last 10 or 15 years.
Sure.
And there's broadheads all over the place. But Wasp came up in the mid '90s with two pretty innovative things. One was the first commercially available mechanical broadhead, which is the jackhammer, and is still available today.
Something to be said for that.
Yeah, exactly. And somewhere in the mid '90s time frame as well, he came out with the hardened stainless steel trocar tip. It's a concept, no one else does it. The man was a brilliant inventor, and he has the only two machines built in place in our shop in Connecticut to make these tips. So you start out with stainless steel, like a bullet-shaped, conical shape. We send it out to be hardened. Then we bring it back, and we grind it with diamond wheels, and we hone it with carbide.
I'm going to jump in and throw the nurse in here. A trocar tip is used in the medical field as well when we put in chest tubes.
That's correct.
In the hospital. So I will tell you, that tip will penetrate flesh as quick as you
and
can.
Bone, I'd imagine.
Yes, and right on through. It's meant to save a life, and sometimes in a heartbeat.
Wow.
It's literally that quick, guys.
So some of the other things that it does for us is we try to make everything as solid as we can. So we're not fans. None of our broadheads have pins or screws or any little things to assemble and hold them together.
Things that can go wrong.
Things that go wrong.
Sure.
Things that come apart when you do hit something hard. So we take that hardened stainless steel trocar tip and we press it onto the ferrule in perfect alignment with the blades. Again, increases penetration. Lots of our competitors will screw things on or pin them in place and so forth. And a lot of the demo testing that we do, we'll shoot at. I mean, it started out, like everybody else. We'd shoot at stop signs and
50-gallon
steel-belted tires, 55-gallon drums, that kind of stuff.
Fred, speaking of shooting it through everything, can you help me describe what I'm looking at on your display case here?
I know.
I see a couple of your broadheads going through how many plates of steel there?
There's 12 of them. There's a dozen plates there. Here's the deal with that, okay? It's an eye catcher. Obviously, it caught your eye.
Right.
We take it to consumer shows, and people look at it and stare at it and are almost afraid to even ask. So what we did was we put our standard broadhead onto a solid steel shaft, okay, onto a special, and I want to emphasize the word special, barrel from a muzzleloader. Don't do this at home. Okay?
The professionals did this.
Exactly. So we put that shaft down the special barrel of the muzzleloader and shot it through 12 pieces of steel from a 55-gallon drum. And if you walk over to that thing, press your hand against that tip, you're going to get cut.
Yeah.
It's still sharp. It's still tough enough. Obviously, the blades are dulled, but they're perfectly intact.
Yeah.
Nothing's broken, nothing's bent. And it's just to show the toughness of the broadhead.
That is absolutely amazing.
It is.
So
I had to ask.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to ask another question, just a clarifying question now that I'm looking at it a little closer, understanding how that was accomplished. Mm-hmm. Were those plates of steel a little bit bigger when you started?
No.
You didn't have to cut. So somebody was actually able to aim that modified muzzle at,
about 20 yards away.
It's impressive.
We have two
Do
of them
not
like
do
that.
that at home, but
we shot 6 heads on the very first take, all 6 of them. 3 in that one. We have another one. We take to different shows. 3 in another one. All the same way.
That's impressive. And again, the idea there is that you're testing the durability of the blade, the integrity of the overall thing. Both the ferrule and the blades, but then also the sharpness.
That's correct.
So once you've run through 12 pieces of steel, the thickness of a barrel, and you still have an edge, that's impressive.
Yeah. And intact. Every blade is intact on that thing.
Yeah. To your point, it shows that if I can do that, okay, the shoulder blade of an elk, no big deal. Right? Nobody aims at the shoulder blade of an elk, but let's face it, we're humans and we miss. We make mistakes, and if you're going to make a bad shot or slam into a moose rib or something like that, you're going to want the toughest broadhead you could. You want
to know that it's not the equipment.
Guilty as charged. You might as well call that the Uncle Buck special.
I know for me personally, it's always that shoulder on the opposite side. They're quartering away. It's after I run through the boiler room that I run into the opposite shoulder. That's how I do it.
Yeah. That's what you should do. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly where you should be heading for.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
We have lots of online video and stuff of splitting that shoulder bone apart on that far shoulder, so it's been very effective for us.
Yeah. So at the show here, you guys obviously are, introducing the new products to the consumers. You're letting folks know what Wasp has across the entire line. Are you selling stuff here at the show?
What we typically do, our job here at this show is to educate people.
Okay.
2 of the largest distributors in the country are beside us and across the aisle from us.
Yep.
Okay? So we don't want to compete with them for good reason. We're all good buddies in the industry. We all get along, but we're here to make money. It's a business. So we're not going to try to undersell or undercut them. So we direct people either to Kinsey's or Lancaster Archery to pick up their products.
Because Wasp is available darn near everywhere.
And both those places are very good friends of ours, too, of the podcast. We frequent both of their shops, and like you said, we're all friends here.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, Fred, thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get back to it and keep educating the folks on what you guys are doing, because it's good stuff.
Great. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, guys, we're still here hanging out in the archery hall. We decided to come over here and talk with Barbara. It's Barbara Graham-Grabowski, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and we are here at the Buskshot and Equalizer Treestand booth at the end of the 1200 row of the archery hall. And Barbara's going to give us a real quick rundown or a demo here of the Equalizer Treestand. Or is this the Buskshot?
This is the Equalizer.
This is the Equalizer, okay.
Okay. Yep, the Equalizer leveling tree stand. You can start level or slightly above level with this tree stand, which enables you to climb facing the tree. When you get up to once you get in and you get up where you want to lock your stand on, you can move your cushion to the back. I'm just going to give you a quick demo of that. Put your feet off to the side of the angled bar, and you can control the stand very well. Let your cable tip down, set your cable, then your blade to level. You stand up for the foot platform, the seat climber. For the foot platform, just lift your feet off.
Oh, look at that.
And level.
Wow.
So going up, you're going to take the cable in. Going down, you're going to let the cable out. A very simple, easy tree stand. Packs very well on your back. Easy to operate, easy to learn. My first time in this tree stand, my husband who designed it put me in the tree stand, told me to go ahead and climb. It was my only one lesson. He walked away. I went up 15, 20 feet without any instructions, so easy to figure out.
That's awesome. And I noticed as you were getting stuff ready before we started rolling, you were able to move the seat.
Yes, I'm sorry about
turn
that.
The
Yes,
seat back around.
yes, sir.
So right now you're climbing facing the tree.
That's right.
And then when you get up to hunting height, you get everything locked in where it needs to be.
That's it. These are your locking straps here. Release your seat fastener.
Well, isn't that something there?
Boom.
You can sit down that way, or you can have a standing lean post position.
That is slick.
That locks right around like that. Okay.
That is amazing.
Great tree stand, very versatile. You can hunt, bow hunt, gun hunt. We have an adjustable backrest bar. If you can just point to that, that becomes your shooting rest and your backrest, whichever way you're hunting, facing the tree or back to the tree.
Okay. Yeah, that's ingenious. You guys thought of a lot of different nuances about the hunting world. And best part, guys, keep this in mind, Bucky.
Yeah.
She was doing all of this with the podcast equipment on her head, so we could even use this while we're podcasting. Hello.
Boom.
Awesome. Barbara, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes.
Make sure you guys stop down here,
God bless.
1200 row, right at the end of the archery hall. Check these tree stands out. Pretty awesome.
Oh, what a day.
Oh, I'll tell you.
My feet are tired.
Dogs are barking, aren't they, boys?
You know what? I think for a day one of the Great American Outdoor Show,
I only saw
2019.
2 rooms.
Yeah, we didn't get far. Last year, I remember we bounced around like crazy from start to finish. And this year, we're going to try to be a little more focused. But, you know, we ran into so many people.
We did.
And just old friends.
Yep.
A couple of new friends I think we made today, but we actually reconnected with a lot of people. And here we go. We try to sit down and wrap up the show just real quick.
And
just
who,
a real quick one.
who walks in?
None other than Mr. Pikarowski.
How you doing, fellas? Good to see you.
What's up, Brian?
Good to see you.
Or Pikarowski.
How was your show experience today?
My experience sounds a lot like you. 1 or 2 rooms, trying to hit a couple seminars, and you walk over here, and you're like, I got to see that, and then before you know it, it's 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to have a second day. That's all I can say.
You know, we mentioned that earlier in the day, is that we don't think of the seminars when we think of this show. But
Right.
they're not busting at the seams. There's seats open, so people
Absolutely.
should definitely go to those seminars.
Absolutely.
And they're really good seminars.
Who'd you see?
We saw 2 predator calling seminars, one by Abner Drunkenmiller from Fox Pro, and
Cool.
then one from Lee Johnson. Lee does a lot of coyote hunting out west, and so different techniques and tactics. Fox Pro, obviously a big electronic call company, but Lee Johnson, a lot of hand calls and vocals, so learned a lot from both, and a different technique that I hadn't been used to. So
That's awesome.
I know Abner's here, I think, throughout the week. Is Lee?
He is, yeah.
Still here
They
throughout
both
the week?
are. They're going to do seminars throughout the week. So if anyone out there hasn't been here today, they're going to be here the rest of the week.
That's cool.
So predator calling is getting very popular on the East Coast, this area. How full was that seminar?
Abner's was full. Fox Pro is a well-known or better-known name, especially just right up the road here in Lewistown, I believe. So, and Lee Johnson, not so much. I don't think he does have a show. I take that back. Predator Quest. And he also has a YouTube channel. But his type of calling is, again, a little bit different. So, but Abner's was full. Lee's, there was maybe 2/3 full. So, but plenty of room.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's all different kind of seminars going out throughout the show. They're all listed on the website, and all schedules and where they're located. So all listeners can check those out.
There's lots to do.
There's so much to do.
So much, yeah.
Definitely.
We haven't even been to the fishing hall yet, guys.
There's a fishing hall.
There is?
I've been dying to get in there. Well, we went through there once.
You know what?
And I got snagged up buying plastic baits.
Yeah, well, I got to say, if we got day one under our belt and we managed to keep Stevie out of the fishing hall,
It's been a good day.
it means a couple of things. Number one, I'm proud
Tomorrow
of us.
you're going to be stuck in the fishing hall.
Look out for Sunday.
That's also a thing. Look out, because Stevie's probably not going to want to leave. But number 3 or whatever 4 I'm on, Stevie's leaning a lot toward. Like, I watch his head turn as we walk past some of these waterfowl booths and stuff, and he's like, let's go talk to those guys.
You know, it's funny because he did scope out that dry case bag for a blind bag.
Yeah, that was a nice bag.
It is a nice blind bag.
Yeah.
Or even take fishing with you.
Sure. But it had the little rubber band wackadoos on it
For your shotgun.
to hold the shells in.
That's actually a patented term. I think the dry case is using
Buy a
this
dry
season.
case.
No, those are the shotgun shell holders.
Yeah. We asked them to add an extra row to next year's because
Just have to buy another bag.
they had to buy another bag.
That's true. You could stack the two bags on top of each other.
One just for shells.
Double your rows. It's good stuff. Oh, yeah. Now I'm looking around here. I see a guy walking with a huge sword on his back. I've heard the cold steel.
I wonder what he's going to
dear.
hunt with that.
I
that
can't
sword.
wait.
Whatever he wants, Buck.
Yeah.
There's so much to see and do. Man, we've had a good day one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see what day 2 brings, boys.
Yeah.
Day 2 should be excellent.
What's on your agenda for tomorrow, Brian?
Tomorrow I'm taking in, we did do a fishing seminar with Ken Penrod. So tomorrow there's another, I believe it's a cold water smallmouth bass tactics seminar. So that's on the list. And then I think I want to stop by his booth. He has some handmade tubes. And I believe.
Where's that booth at?
That is over in the fishing hall next to the large fish tank called the Hog Tank. Hog Tank. Yep.
Perfect.
Well, I
be
know
there.
we got a couple things lined up for first thing in the morning, but Stevie, you have my word. We'll make it to the fishing hall tomorrow.
You promise?
I do, and
All right.
one main reason I promise is because on day 2 I'm going to be bringing both my kids with me, so I'm going to have to spend some time in
The
there because I know they're
interns.
going to. R2 silent interns.
Yeah.
They're going to be jammed up if we aren't spending a little bit of time. in
And the
fishing hall.
R2 fish cleaner.
Yeah. Good old Addie. Gotta
She's
love
an
her.
excellent fish cleaner.
Is she?
Oh, yes, she is.
Wow. That girl, she never ceases to amaze me.
Yep. So awesome.
All right.
Day 1.
Good
Can't
job,
believe it's
boys.
over.
Wrap it up.
Thanks
It's a
for
wrap.
stopping in, Brian.
Hey, good seeing you guys.
We'll see
I'll
you.
be here
Thanks
for
tomorrow.
stopping by, Brian.
Oh, anytime.
We'll see you, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
Trash man to headquarters.